Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
All right, welcome back. This is episode 203 of the world-renowned Sleazy Podcast. I'm your host, Sleazy, and as always, I am joined by the one, the only Mr. PBS.
I've decided it's time for a name change.
There is no name change,
So
sir.
from here on out, I will be Mr. OAN.
Have you been kicked out of the White House press room?
You may call me Mr. Newsmax.
Okay, Mr. Newsmax. Okay, and we've got the other one and only Robzilla. Let's see if I can get the roar right this time.
No name change.
No name change for you.
No.
Go fuck yourself.
Never gets old.
You're the pit bull. You're Robzilla. I mean, you're the man with 1,001 excuses.
The
The
man of shitty movies,
man of shitty movies.
of useless knowledge. The list goes on and on.
The cough.
The cough.
The cough.
The
You know,
coffer.
like there's the fog, and then there's
The coffer.
The last thing you hear before you die.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, who watched the Super Bowl?
Well, me and you somewhat did, but we were too busy playing euchre.
Yeah. It was on in the background.
Yeah.
Too busy having drinks and
Having fun.
playing euchre. I had a blast just playing euchre.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun.
I was forgetting that Super Bowl was on anyway, so
Yeah. We look back. I think we watched a little bit of the halftime show, but that's what I want to get at. Who watched the halftime show? Did you watch it?
somewhat just because we're still playing euchre.
I've seen all the clips, so maybe I've seen the whole thing, but
You haven't seen your favorite racist uncle complaining about it or anything like that?
Who is this Kendrick Lamar guy?
The amount of people that bitch about the halftime show every year just it increases every year, it seems like. But especially if it's somebody that isn't liked across all spectrums, then it's just tenfold even worse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, these people go nuts. I mean, the best thing Monday morning was waking up and seeing everybody post like the reactions of the older people they were watching it with, or their racist relatives that they're watching it with, and people were just like, "What the fuck? I can't even understand anything he's saying."
They're absolutely disgusted. It's
Bro,
hilarious.
like, come on, man. There are other people that watch the Super Bowl besides you.
Yeah.
And your love of Chris Stapleton and whatever, Jelly Roll.
Luke Bryan or whoever else.
I mean, yeah, whatever flavor you got going this
Yeah.
month. Post Malone. And I mean, I wouldn't mind a Post Malone.
I like
Super Bowl.
Post.
Yeah, Post is cool. Posty.
Post, whatever.
Now, I thought it was like people were like, it's the worst halftime show ever.
No.
don't they say that every year?
Yeah.
Though?
Yeah,
Like really?
they really do. And then they're like, and by the way, DEI is DONE.
This is the Gulf of America,
It's-
people.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can spell, Dick. Would you spell that for me?
This is the Gulf of America. That is a fact.
Fact.
100% fact.
You can't even get pronouns right, let alone
Time
want us to change that
time
and
to
talk
live
to-
in reality, Robzilla. It's the
Yeah.
Gulf of America.
fuck your reality and your universe.
Yeah. What? And I saw a meme the other day where it was like, I probably sent it to you guys, but it was something along the lines of, from now on, we have to refer to the Gulf of Mexico under the birth name that was given, the Gulf
Yeah,
of Mexico.
yeah.
So it's like, they kind of got a point there. I mean, what's the big deal?
It's like, who the fuck cares?
I don't get the whole, like, why is that important? Like,
I don't understand the flex. We changed that to Gulf of America. So fucking what?
right. And I mean,
How's those eggs going, buddy?
that's
Okay.
another thing. Like, these people,
It
they've
was
been,
never about eggs.
Shut the
it really wasn't. But these people, they've
Cry more, libtard.
last time I checked, you're the one who's crying.
right.
Ready for this
Well, I
stimulus
mean,
check?
there is a lot of crying on the left side right now.
I know.
I mean, this is some weird stuff that's going on, and people just can't see the blatant laws that are being broke. But and then they're dropping all these things like, oh, we finding all this abuse and this and that, and it's like, what have you found that isn't a public information item? Like they're just reading off line items that they don't like, and they're like, see, this is corruption.
$600 million in sushi.
No, what is corruption is going in to these systems where all Americans' information is stored, and installing a private server and capturing all that data. And because like they're doing this as fast as it can, so it can't be secure. There's no way in hell it can be like.
Wish the government had paid Robzilla's dad for some condoms.
Right.
Damn.
Sure, people are saying that about us too. So, but yeah, it's just been a crazy couple of weeks, man, and it just keeps getting like it's like something comes out every hour. And I don't mean to get political on here. I mean, I'm just describing how the week was. The 2 weeks we've been off have been, but yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. And
like I said before, I'm like, I don't know what fucking universe I'm in right now. I
right.
don't understand it.
And
you do the Elon up here.
Yeah,
people just don't understand that Skynet's about to go online here. That's what I'm telling you right now. It's called Starlink.
Shush, Rob. Shush.
He looked like an evil fuck.
He looked like a villain.
It just looked like a Bond villain in the making, like with the hands like that, and you're just waiting on him to like, I own the United States of America now, because I mean that's essentially how he's acting.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to bring this up because we keep talking about little X, Elon's offspring.
X gonna give it to you.
Do you think he's gonna grow up one day and be like, my dad's a fucking idiot for naming me this?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know.
I sent you the video of him, X and Elon on like Tucker Carlson, and they're laughing and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like it occurred to me, like that's not his son, that's his clone.
Yeah.
Like that's his organ harvest clone.
Yeah.
Like when little X matures, he's going to be giving daddy his kidneys or his heart or something.
Yeah.
What movie is that? Is that The Island? The movie? Yeah.
You can't tell me that's his son. That's his
dude. It would not surprise me if he had some sort of because listen, he has a fucking agenda with everything.
Yep.
There's a reason why he does it. There's a reason why he's got 13 kids now. Was 12. Now we heard that he's got 13
on his Texas compound.
Yeah. And but I mean, it's like you hear like the things that this little kid has said a couple of times that he's been. Well, I mean, the couple times, like almost every time he's been on camera with him.
You shut the fuck up.
By the way, okay, so did you hear him say, you shut the fuck up?
To me, it looked like
I felt like I heard him say, you need to shush now or something like that. But then in one video, it sounds like he says, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Either way, he was talking shit.
If he said, you need to shut the fuck up now, that's the best thing a kid's ever said to Donald Trump.
Yep.
But did you notice how uncomfortable Donald Trump looked?
And he took it.
Yeah.
Mr.
Well, he's not going to say anything with the cameras there.
Hey, tell a little motherfucker to shut up. Elon.
Sitting in the cuck chair.
Yeah. Like a good boy.
And what's up with him showing up in the White House, the Oval Office of all places, in a t-shirt and jeans or whatever? Like, you're going to disgrace the office like that? I thought there was a dress code you had to abide by when you
wasn't there. There's some politician that was at the inauguration. Like he had shorts and a hoodie.
Oh, yeah, Fetterman.
Yeah.
Fetterman.
Wow.
That dude's he is cooked.
Yeah.
He is nothing like he was.
He was respectful enough to wear a suit when old Benjamin Netanyahu showed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know where he's getting his money.
Yeah, right. It's I've never seen I've seen politicians. We can say Tulsi Gabbard for one that's taken a complete 360. She's taken like two 360s. But John Fetterman is like, since he had that stroke, he is a different dude. But by the way, we've got some new flavor here of Coca-Cola. Orange cream Coca-Cola. I don't know if you can see that. The light is blinding it. But you guys want to give it a try real quick?
Sure. Cheers.
Cheers, PBS. All right. Here's the moment of truth.
Get the bouquet.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah.
We don't have the spit bucket, so I would spit.
Yeah.
Right
the swirl and then spit it out.
You've got to
You got the savor, the taste.
move it around a little bit in the glass.
You gotta let it.
So what do you think? You like it?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's just okay. I'm not gonna buy a 12-pack of it.
I bought the zero to try, and I think the cream soda part overpowers the orange part, so I wish it was a little more orangey.
See, I like cream, so
I don't mind, but
a little cream flavor.
I was hoping for a little more orangey.
Red cream soda. I used to love that shit as a
Now
kid.
you know what my jam is right now. Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
I've been
How is
wanting to
that?
try that.
It's my jam.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
I was looking.
Put
I was
it into
looking
my
at it,
veins, Robzilla.
Let me talk to you.
That's PBS when he sees that.
It's a little bit of a creamsicle with a touch of fascism.
Fascism.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you though, back to this whole, everything that's going on in America the past 2 weeks.
Oh, this was America.
It's very similar to, Germany, right before Hitler took power. I
Yep.
mean, it just feels like Elon is the second coming. I'm not saying he wants to kill like all Jewish people or anything. I don't think he's a Nazi,
He just wants to own everybody.
but I do see some fascist ideology that he's spreading. I mean, obviously the guy's,
Heavenly.
he likes everything alt-right on Twitter, it's like, have you noticed like every other thing you see on X now is like some radical right shit.
Yeah.
It's just
it's like him and Alex Jones.
and I have the list set up and I still see Elon Musk pop up in those lists. I'm like, he's not in this list. Why is he showing up in my feed? But
He's like, I own X, therefore I own you.
It's all the bootlickers.
yeah. No, but listen, ideally I would like to be as naive as some people and think that this is all going to work out and make us prosperous, but it's not going to affect me at all. I mean, it might affect me when I'm 60 and trying to file Social Security or 68. I forgot how old it is for us now.
Like,
it seems like it just goes.
It's when you're dead is when you get it.
Yeah.
So therefore, there's no point in having it.
I would like to think that these things, but I just see somebody going in and getting rid of stuff that they don't like.
Yeah.
And that is not corruption to me. Corruption is saying that funds went somewhere and actually they went another place. And they haven't found any of that I have seen yet. I don't know. Have you seen anything, PBS?
I was listening to somebody talk about the USAID thing, and they were talking like they used to have a page on their website that would actually tell you pretty much where like all the money was going to.
Right.
And now that Elon and his doggy people took it over,
his lackeys.
That's what it is. And that's not Doge, it's doggy. Now that they came in, they took that page down. So like they're just kind of picking out all these things that they don't agree with. We've talked about it before. It's like people call something woke. Everything's woke. It's all socialism.
Right.
And what they mean is, I don't like this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what waste, fraud, and abuse is right now. I don't like this thing.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that we sent, however many pounds of rice to feed these people that are starving, and we're trying to cut down on sexually transmitted diseases. So people don't bring it over here and mix and, tangle with people over here and give us the disease. But, and, it's like, you've got President Trump coming out, like they sent 50 million condoms to Gaza. Well, it turns out, no, that's not the case.
Well, it's just like, I just don't
Nobody
understand.
bats 1,000, Sleazy.
Yeah.
Nobody bats 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, you should when you go to release information. You should bat 1,000.
Well, what gets me is like it's like these, where this money's went to, it's just outrageous. Like you hear it, you're like, you really believe that $600 million for sushi?
Yeah.
I mean, really?
And it's funny.
It's just outrageous.
There was an article we shared where, some reporter went and researched one of the claims, and she was like, I literally took a half hour to read this and a half hour to read this, and I found out that this was from a fake Elon account. And people are going with it. They just believe it because they think Elon is, I mean, some messiah of some sort. Yeah, I mean, they just get behind whoever is with.
He's a
this
rocket
team.
scientist. Don't you know that? He's a rocket scientist.
He hasn't created shit.
Is he really a rocket
No.
science? Yeah, I mean, he's got some experience in physics and stuff like that, but
Minimal.
he's a rocket scientist in the way that Bill Nye is a scientist. I mean,
God damn, why would you do that to Bill Nye? That's cold.
Yeah, that's messed up. Well, Bill Nye.
But I mean, Bill Nye, yeah, technically Bill Nye is a scientist, when you think of like, but and I think of that as like his contribution to science, not necessarily him as a scientist.
Elon Musk is a rich man.
Yeah, I mean his contribution to science and rockets
is that he was rich.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't necessarily make him a scientist. And I don't think Bill Nye in true form is a scientist per se, but he knows what he's talking about to a heavy degree.
Yeah.
And that may be true with Elon and rocket science, but Bill Nye has not blown up rocket ships after rocket ships, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm getting with this whole comparison, but
I don't think he's as intelligent as he thinks he is.
No, I don't. I think he really reminds me of that dude off that movie. What was it? Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Like how that guy, he was like a mixture of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
Yeah.
The scientist that they were relying on to save the Earth from the asteroid.
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, that's apparently.
You haven't seen that?
That's
I know it's on Netflix.
You probably need to watch that. Since with this, how everything is now.
There's this guy, they figure out the asteroid's coming, right? And then they try to warn the government, and the government's just like, well, whatever,
Yeah.
Is this going to help me get elected next term?
Yeah.
And then there's this guy that is like a mixture of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, and he's like so fucking smart. And like, spoiler alert, he ends up being a fucking idiot by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Where like he didn't do like projections how they're gonna like. It's almost like Armageddon. They're gonna extract the minerals from the asteroid.
Yeah.
And like it was completely incorrect.
And like all of his equipment failed when they get on the asteroid, and he's like, oh shit.
Well, we all saw how smart that the rich guy was from the what was the sub guy?
No, yeah.
From
Ocean
Gate or whatever it was.
Gate, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah.
I'm a genius. Just give me that Xbox controller. Let's go.
No, I'm so smart I don't need to listen to the regulators.
Yes.
Right.
And that's exactly how Elon is. I know more than everybody else, so we're gonna do it my way. But then you look at like all the failed companies he's had too.
Yeah.
And like they just silently go away because SpaceX overshadows all of those.
Well, just like they always say, well, he created Tesla. No, that was around. He invested money. They sued him.
He bought in. He had a takeover of it. I mean, let's face it.
Well, in the contract, it says like he has to be named as a co-founder of Tesla.
Yeah.
He didn't do shit but contribute money.
The other guys designed the engine and all that.
I tell you what, it's like I will drop everything. I will not put that motherfucker saying he's a co-founder. I'll be poor.
Have you seen like all the pictures of people defacing like cyber trucks and Teslas in general? Like people are always like, go fuck yourself. And
I think it might have been you that sent it. He said, please, this is not my car. It's a rental. That's all they had.
He's like, please do not hurt the vehicle. This is not my car. It's a rental. It was the only one they had. I do love like people are slapping those like I suck Nazi dick on cyber trucks when they see them, and it's like
chef's kiss.
Yeah, chef's kiss right to you.
This is all I'm going to say. Look, there's a reason why this guy's a billionaire, and there's billionaires in this world. They don't give a shit about you. So don't think you're going to get your tax money back after 4 years, whatever you think you're going to have.
He's one of the more like, has he done any philanthropy work? I mean,
no,
I don't think so.
You don't hear like Elon scholarship or any, like he does not give back to the communities.
He cares. He's uncovering the corruption.
Yeah, whatever. No, he's only doing things for himself, people. And I just wish, like, the thing is, people are so caught up in their tribalistic viewpoints that they can't see what's going on here. And listen, you can call us libtards or whatever you want to call us over here. There's not two people that are more pissed off at the Democratic Party than me and this guy right here. Like, they are garbage. I've not liked them, many years now. So
I frequently tell my conservative people in my circle, like, please don't call me a Democrat, because I'm really not.
Yeah.
I dislike Democrats almost more than you do, I bet.
Right.
It's just that's the best option to go with.
They're all crooked, spineless fucks.
It is.
I mean, when Nancy Pelosi's not saying some cracked up shit, she's stealing, making a living off of, using information that she shouldn't to buy stocks and becoming a mega millionaire. But it's just a fucked up place, man.
The only thing I gotta say is RFK better watch his mouth out Bernie, because Bernie was like, "Whoa, buddy."
Oh, I am excited because this past few weeks, this has been a gold mine of like just funny, hilarious shit that's coming out. Like what Trump's first term felt like a real life vice, or VP, Veep. Yes, Veep. It felt like a real life episode of Veep every day.
The cloud bother.
And now we're just back to, people running their mouths and shooting off shit they don't know about. And it's just like, oh, this is great, But I don't know. I mean, I hope it gets better. Listen, I genuinely hope that he does something good, but I don't see it happening.
We don't want people to not succeed, but it's just people are.
And I think that's what a lot of people, when you correct people or you try to enlighten them a little bit, just to see another side of their perception. Some people think that you just don't want Donald Trump to succeed. And it's like, listen,
if he fails, we all fail.
If Donald Trump can increase my salary by 30%, more power to him. But I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm a realist. I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything for the average folk like you and I.
What I would like Mr. Trump to do is to sit down and watch the Shawshank Redemption and follow in the warden's example.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wouldn't have to do that because X is going to.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs.
Every time when Little X should come out, they should play DMX.
That's what we should start calling him from now on. Lil X.
Lil X.
Lil X. Lil
X going to give it to you.
Yeah.
He gave it to him all right.
And he's picking his nose, rubbing his fucking boogers all over the Resolute desk. Like, what a...
He's like one of these like dirty ass South End kids in like the fucking Kroger.
Elon, let your human shield stay at home.
Yeah. I saw where the mom was a little upset that, he keeps putting him in the spotlight. And it's like,
why would you take your kid to some of that stuff?
Yeah, it's weird. And he always has to put him like up on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Make sure you hit the kid in the head and not me.
I'm with you though. I think he just thinks of that kid as like a donor. I mean,
it's not.
It makes you wonder, like.
I mean, when you look at it, you're like, that's pretty accurate.
Like, why does he have to have so many kids?
Oh, it's like he's got like. I saw an article once. I need to try to find again, but like, he has like multiple of his. I don't know if they're. I don't even know what to call them, if they were wives or whatever. But like the children and the mother of his children live on like some compound in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, yeah.
And it's. Like, I don't know, the dude thinks he's going to repopulate the earth or something.
Like Mondays and Wednesdays, he's at one house, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, he's at the other house. It's like,
just imagine like in a couple thousand years, like aliens visit the planet and it's just a bunch of fuckwit descendants of Elon Musk.
These big-headed motherfuckers running around like with their hands like this.
Bunch of I think I just figured out what his face. He always looks like MODOK. Where he's got like
he does. Yeah, he does look like MODOK.
The face of Bo Elon.
He does have a huge head, man. Did you see where they're doing like a class action lawsuit against him for accessing the Treasury information?
I can't keep up. I've seen a lot of stuff. It's hard to keep up, honestly.
It's in motion, I guess. They're getting it together. But imagine if everybody that voted, for Biden signed up for that class action. That would bankrupt him. And they could theoretically sue Donald Trump too. But I think he could get out of it because it's, under the office or whatever.
Oh, he definitely get away with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I think what kills me is that people on the right will say, well, it's, it's Biden and George Soros, but then they say that's horrible if George Soros did that, but you're doing the same thing with Elon Musk.
It is funny. The past 4 years we've had to hear about what's the dude from Microsoft? Bill
Gates.
Bill Gates and Fauci.
Bill Gates is buying up all the land.
Yeah. You've heard, Bill Gates is going to own the government and he's going to make you take all these shots. Well, nobody's got a problem with Elon owning the government and taking away funds left and right from people that need it. So it is what it is.
Like, you know what? Medicaid and Medicare, it's all fraud. All of it.
Yeah.
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 You don't need any of that.
Don't
Social Security, all fraud.
Don't get me started.
100%.
I'll go off a tangent, so we're just gonna move on. I'll freak the fuck out.
We better move on before Rob gets. Okay, so who watched the Fantastic Four trailer? You did?
Yes.
Did you?
I still haven't seen the whole thing.
You haven't seen it, but you've seen enough of it. Yeah. So first impressions here, guy. Come on, let's go.
So it looks good. So from what I've heard with other people's reactions with it is that it's fairly comic book accurate for
Shush.
fuck off X.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You're not the president. president.
You're not the.
He did say that.
Here's Trump. So I like it. It's a little bit different because it's set in like the 50s, I believe. I think this time period, 60s.
Yeah, 60s.
So I mean, it looks good. We'll have to wait and see. It's just I think I'm really burnt out with.
I think the thing looks a little weird. Like the mouth doesn't match up with like how he's talking. Like he's talking really fast and the mouth is just moving really slow.
Well, they said, and according to the comic book, he looks accurate, but when he starts,
he looks good.
Yeah, but when he starts talking, he doesn't have that deep growl.
I don't know if I'm gonna like Pedro Pascal as
I'm not
Reed
really,
Richards.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
And I don't like what's his face is
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah, I don't like Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm.
I like Sue Storm.
She looks really good as Sue Storm.
Good. Yeah,
yeah.
Kirby.
Yeah, she's gonna look really good.
Yeah.
Or I mean, obviously she looks really good.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be very good in that role.
I love her in what is it? Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
the last two of them or whatever.
Yeah, she's a fox. Some would say. Is that the
fantastic?
Is that the appropriate term? Is that the other term? Like, you know, people call guys studs. Is female fox? She's a fox, foxy lady.
Vanessa Kirby. Sorry,
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
So,
well, it might end up being good because John Malkovich is part of the cast, so you might save the.
Yeah, movie. I think is he like the. He's not necessarily the villain.
No, Ralph Ineson is Galactus. I think he's got that real deep voice that he's real known for. Like he's like the witch or whatever. He's the father in that movie, so he's got that deep voice.
All right.
And of course, Julia Garner is going to be Silver Surfer. So that's
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I guess it's in one of the alternate timelines. It's a female Silver Surfer, but
there is a female Silver Surfer.
I don't know.
You got me misspeaking.
I apologize. I don't know if they're going to make it look like a mannequin where she's got,
you ever notice
and stuff. And
that shit's contagious. Like once one person misspeaks, then it goes to another person. Like you're going to do it here in a minute. You watch,
baby.
Well, Paul Walter Hauser's in it, so that might be decent too.
Oh shit, I forgot about crazy news. So we'll go from crazy news next.
Well, that's crazy news this whole 2 weeks. So I mean,
yeah, it really is. And I meant to open the show with that, but
I think I'm just more burned out with Marvel. Like I've had no desire to watch any Marvel shows, any superhero shows. Really,
you're full of shit, sir.
No, I'm serious.
You'll be watching Daredevil in a couple weeks.
That's beside the point. That's true. I take that back.
I'm burned out, but I'm really excited about Daredevil.
Retract that. I'm excited for Daredevil, which is probably the best show in the MCU.
You're excited for a cold glass of shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I'm ready for batons getting smacked in people's faces from different angles.
Yeah, that's gonna be rad, dude. I
love it.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I think I think Fantastic Four just looks like an average Marvel movie. I don't see anything spectacular. I don't think it's gonna blow anybody away. Like I said, I'm not really sold on Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. And the other two, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. Yeah. I think Sue Storm looks the best out of all of them.
Yeah, I think they picked a good Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Well, Joseph Quinn, I think after you see the role he did in like Stranger Things, so like he can be that kind of brash character, but I don't.
You find it weird that they haven't shown like Pedro Pascal stretching at all? It makes me wonder if he's even going to stretch it all through the whole movie.
Well, at this, I'd rather just them leave it the way it is because, yet again, we talk about it all the time. They show too much stuff in the trailers.
Yeah,
they don't need to show anything now. Like, just leave it and come out and see.
I agree.
Leave it alone.
I think it's it is what it is at this point. You've showed us enough. Just let us go to the movie and enjoy it.
When the the sign comes up says Marvel, that's all you need to do. People are going to come.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
I can tell you that, dude. Captain America: Brave New World was. I mean, I was wanting to go Thursday. All the showings were packed. Wanted to go Friday. All the showings were packed. Then an old coworker of mine, he wanted me to go with him and his kid, and we ended up sitting in the front row of a super screen. So I mean, it was packed again. So and that was at a 9:00 showing on Saturday, and rainy, shitty weather. So
yeah,
I mean, people went out, and actually, I just saw this. I meant to. Did I save it? I think I did. Maybe I did not. So I know it's on my Twitter. I tweeted it out. Let's go.
You sure about that?
Yep, I'm sure. It's right here. Captain America: Brave New World opens to $192.4 million at the worldwide box office. Production budget was $180 million. Made its money back in 1 week.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll talk about that when we close the show out. Yeah. I guess it's time to get to crazy news. All right. So I saw this a couple weeks ago and I was like, got to put it in there, But this one comes from abc6onyourside.com. Man accused of barking like a dog at auto parts store for over an hour. You imagine like trying to go in there and focus on like the right part that you need, or you're the guy at the counter looking up the parts and you keep hearing woof, woof. That would be so goddamn annoying.
He did that for an hour?
Yeah, that's what it says. Forsyth, Georgia. Man allegedly barked like a dog at an auto parts store for over an hour, at which point made a not so shocking discovery when searching his vehicle. According to the incident report obtained by Law and Crime, police responded to a call from an owner of an Advanced Auto Parts location regarding a man who had been at the store for over an hour, and was barking like a dog. Officers arrived on the scene. Oh shit, what happened there? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like,
it was just funny. Like, oh shit,
just like popped up on there. I was like, what is going on?
Funny.
Okay, now I lost my place. Okay, officers arrived on the scene to find a 29-year-old Jonathan Navas, who, when questioned, said he had no idea that he was causing any issues per the report. Like, do you think that's acceptable behavior, dude? Like, that's not normal.
I'm just shocked that that guy didn't get shot.
Right?
At this day and age, anyways. Yeah. Especially down, southern states.
Especially if he barked at somebody. That's an ass whooping, you know? Police said they asked Navas for his identification, but he told them it was in his car. Officers said that when they approached the car, they found a clear baggie containing syringes in the passenger seat, prompting a search of the vehicle. During the search, they found a bag full of clear crystal substance that officers confirmed was methamphetamine, per the report. Navas allegedly told police the syringes were full of blood. Navas was arrested, and police learned he already had another warrant for his arrest. Guess what? In Florida.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Was he born in Ohio? That's how it usually happens.
Yeah. Normally the Ohioans
it's a connection.
Make their way down there and they go fucking nuts.
It's that humidity in the Gators, man.
He's like, I saw this and I was like, you got to be high to be barking at a store for over an hour. Like, okay, 15 minutes, you're having fun fucking with people. Then at some point you got to get tired of it, right?
Well, and honestly, at this point, like I said, this day and age, like, that's people who just do that to get clout and, who are streamers. So you're like, well, no big deal.
That would be like my first thing. Like, is there somebody filming this? Like, who's watching this, But no, he obviously is in jail now. He's a meth.
Was those syringes? Oh my Jesus Christ! Syringes filled with tiger blood. That's the question,
right?
Maybe he was just singing along to his favorite DMX song. Yeah, got carried away.
Right. Maybe he thought he was a dog for a little bit, and that's why he didn't see an issue with it.
He said RFK said this methamphetamine will help me with my focusing issues.
It'd be
I can
funny.
sit still and everything now.
It would be funny if he was like, I'm a terrible student and couldn't focus at work, and I did this methamphetamine, and now I'm like on fucking fire. I'm just crushing everything
on the dean's list and everything.
Sir, you've been
4.0.
Sir, you've been in Advanced Auto Parts barking like a dog for an hour. Bullshit.
That's fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
That's fake news, sir.
Who sent you here? Joe Biden?
Or is that cocksucker Bill Gates?
The Biden crime family sent you after me. I'm making America healthy again.
Best times I have in the day when I get to go to sleep and to disconnect from this fucking matrix.
Right. It does feel like there's something wrong in the code and the matrix is failing right now.
Exactly.
So I got to say this, but I did want to talk about this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. This has been coming up in my news feed like every single fucking day. And I'm sure I can just Google this and, an article's going to pop up right away here.
You know it will.
Asteroid the size of Statue of Liberty.
Yes, I've heard asteroid, but I've heard different sizes.
Have you heard difference? That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Really, Michael? Really?
So how many? Look at all this. Look at all these articles. It's all the same thing. Like, are they trying to like say something to us? Like, get us ready?
Is it like a picture from Deep Impact from the movie? Like,
right.
It looks like the poster.
They've been doing like simulations of this, and they're like, "Oh, it'll destroy a city." Well, no shit, it will.
What do you think?
It's traveling through space at speeds we can't comprehend. It's going to hit the Earth. If it does hit the Earth, it's going to destroy something.
Right.
It's not going to break up and burn up and not hit land.
It's not going to make a little splash. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I'm trying to find a reputable site here. I guess the Economic Times is a good enough one, right?
Yeah, pick your poison, basically.
But city killer asteroid as large as the Statue of Liberty and 100 times the power of Hiroshima's bomb could blaze towards Earth in ... I love that they some websites do this. They like just summarize what the article is about. So we'll just talk about this. But an asteroid known as 2024 YR4 has a 97.9% chance to safely pass the Earth in 2032, as per NASA scientists. If it strikes, the impact could leave the energy equal to 15 megatons of TNT. This is nearly 100 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb and as large as the Statue of Liberty. Look at that. You imagine seeing that. And that you'd see that for days too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So,
well, everything's fake news till I hear it from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse?
deGrasse, whatever.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
deGrasse Tyson, whatever.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Like,
yeah. It is interesting.
I'm like, oh man, are they trying to tell us something like low key, like get your brain conditioned to, an asteroid hitting the Earth?
Doesn't matter. The billionaires are going to survive somehow.
Right.
No worries. I think they've calculated that if it were to hit, it would be in the ocean or like Africa. And we don't care about those people.
No.
No.
Except if they're white.
Yeah.
So
the white Africans.
Get those white Africans out of there, stat.
Yeah. Even though they don't want to leave, we're going to go get them.
Elon Musk is going to reinstate USAID to get them.
Yeah, that's another thing. That dude wasn't complaining about USAID when he was getting $1 million to put the satellites over Ukraine. Okay, so we're just.
The only thing I
can't help myself but talk about politics here. I've always tried to keep this show separate from politics, but it's worth like talking about.
The shit's wild, man.
It is. It's so wild.
The only thing I can say is that asteroid isn't coming fast enough.
Right.
Wipe me out.
For guys like us that don't have any kids and guys like me and PBS that don't have a significant other, we're just checked out. We're like, just fucking hit already. Take us out of our misery.
LFG, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
That's when, you just take everything, all the edibles you've got on hand and you just go out on the porch.
All the heroin.
Yeah, that's when you get a hold of that dude and you get the methamphetamine.
Yeah.
You're like, let's just fucking have a blast before we go out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to feel anything.
Are you going to stand at the beach and that was a Deep Impact? When
but they just sat.
Yeah. See, that's what we need. We need it needs to be like an Armageddon movie, but like one guy secretly goes up so he could blow the asteroid even closer to Earth. Like, no, it wasn't going to hit enough. I gotta blow this thing right into the dead center.
We still need to watch the commentary for Armageddon because I heard that's fantastic.
Yeah. Ben Affleck talking shit about.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, Ben.
There was another story I heard where the Earth's inner core is changing. I don't know if you've seen this one.
Yes, it's changing slowly but surely.
But like it was something to do with usually the Earth's like molten core only affects certain areas, but it's very slowly started to affect areas outside of where it normally affects. I didn't get a good read on like what that may actually mean for us, but it was just kind of like, oh, good, asteroids and molten cores and all that.
Hopefully the aliens save us.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. Actually, no, don't save everybody.
Yeah, they come down like, hey, we listen to the Sleazy Podcast. We like these guys. Why don't you come on and bring them up?
That'd be kind of cool.
I know.
Wouldn't that be cool if like an alien game and they were like, I've been the one out of 50 to 100 listeners you've had.
We like you.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on board?
I love Robzilla's take on Tubi movies.
I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
They're going to treat him like C-3PO and the Ewoks.
He's our
We listen to this Robzilla. He is a god to our nation.
That would be hilarious if they had like little statues of Rob.
Bow to me. Bow to
Like
me.
if they just came by and they were like,
Rob be with you.
Yeah. Be excellent to each other.
yeah. All right. So the last article in crazy news here. This one comes from foxnews.com. You got to play it fair for everybody here. You get the wide spectrum of news. And see, this is where I try to like tell people, like I don't just read like leftist or rightist articles. I read just about everything that I find interesting, and I want to hear viewpoints, Yeah. Okay, so the title of this one is Exorcist Priest Accused of Flossing with Girl's Hair Growling During St. Jude Relics Tour.
Oh, no, wait. You read this one already.
Did I?
Yeah. The guy barking. This is a different guy barking. Okay, different guy barking.
Yeah.
That's some good
I was like, the last guy wasn't a priest. He was just some bum.
The other guy was performing an exorcist in an auto parts store. We didn't know it.
Yeah.
It's intertwined.
Michigan priest known for leading religious relic tours and hosting an exorcism podcast has been charged after allegedly placing a teenage girl's hair in his mouth and flossing teeth with it.
What's wrong with that? I thought this was America.
Right. You can do whatever you want. Is it so wrong to preach?
Show me the law that says he can't do that.
Is it so wrong to preach oral hygiene to youngsters nowadays?
Come on. That's making me gag so bad.
Father Carlos Martins, a member of the Catholic Church and the co-host of the Exorcist Files podcast, was charged with misdemeanor battery in Illinois for the incident in November. We should ask Hot Sauce if he knows where this is.
Yeah.
The Exorcist Files podcast, which is accompanied by a book with the same title, boasts of Martin's abilities as an expert in exorcism and relays his personal stories. The incident unraveled during a Relic of St. Jude's tour at the Queen of Apostles Parish in Joliet, Illinois. That's where Hot Sauce lives.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
He's like, I met that fucker. I just knew he was.
I think that's like right over.
Is it?
Yeah, we should totally like call him right now. Catholic Archdiocese of Los Angeles agrees to pay $880 million to clergy sexual abuse survivors. Oh, that's another article. Look how crazy this dude looks, though.
Yeah,
he looks like he's done some exorcisms. I hope they make a movie.
He looks like a predator.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, he looks like a child predator.
Yes, my child. Don't come near my kid.
I hope they make a movie about this where he like grabs the girl's hair and he's like, do it like this.
There should be a lot of more movies with like crazy news that we can make it. Just like that one in the Kentucky that we talked about? It'd be like Hillbilly Hurt Locker. Yeah, like that could be a great movie.
Do you think he was like, now you want to massage the gum just like this?
Nice and slow. Get the DNA in the teeth.
Get up in there. Get up in there real tight.
It's making me gag.
Martins grabbed the hair of a 13-year-old girl and placed it in his mouth in a flossing motion, according to the criminal complaint reviewed by Fox News Digital. The Joliet Police Department confirmed to Fox News Digital that following the bizarre interaction, Martins proceeded to sit down behind the teenage girl and make a growling noise. What the? People are just off their rocker nowadays.
Well, did you get a newspaper smack the shit out of them? They can calm down.
Right. Hopefully somebody threw some holy water on his ass.
It burns. It burns.
Following the interaction, the religious tour was promptly shut down and local law enforcement were called to the scene to intercede. The priest was confronted by employees of the Diocese of Joliet, and he was told that he must depart from our parish and out of our diocese. In an abundance of caution, the veneration of the relic and evening mass were canceled. The diocese said in a release. Wow. An attorney representing Martins denied that the priest did any of the acts detailed in the criminal complaint. He did not put anyone's hair in his mouth, let alone floss with a student's hair or growl, among other completely false and repulsive accusations. Marcella Burke, who wrote in a cease and desist letter to media outlets, this remains a takedown of a good priest and an attempted shakedown of the church. Martins was processed by the Joliet Police Department, arraigned and released as he awaits his pretrial hearing. Court records from the 12th Judicial Circuit Court in Will County showed. So, don't go on any church tours in Joliet, Illinois.
We need to get the real exorcism, the real exorcist, Russell Crowe.
And, it's kind of funny. They say all that exorcism stuff is bullshit. Like, it's just come from people playing playing people or whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. I've never seen like real life footage of them.
Yeah.
That's
I've heard like audio tapes and stuff that's
Yeah.
based, but I mean,
big deal. That could be
big deal,
kids acting up, and
yeah.
but I've never seen like, how they're always like, oh, this girl's arm twisted all the way around. Like I've never seen that. And nowadays you're like, if you do see it, you're like, oh, that's just somebody fucking with us.
Yeah.
But I guess until you see it with your own eyes, like right in front of you, then it's a different story. You're like, what the fuck's going on here?
It's like, that shit's real.
Like, oh shit.
Call the priest.
Right. But that stuff terrifies me though in the movies.
Yeah.
Like
that
exorcism stuff creeps me the fuck out. I don't know why. It's like, not that I believe in it or anything. It's just creepy.
A lot of that like unknown possession stuff is what's really creepy. Like slashers and stuff is fine and it's fun, but like
if you heard a voice in your head that was like, I'm gonna possess you or whatever, wouldn't you just be like,
Go fuck yourself.
how dare you say that to me?
or would you be like,
Oh my God!
You're like, I can't harvest this man's soul. He's gone.
Santa? Look at PBS just soaking it in over there. Like, what's going on? All right.
Like, would you just tell a demon, like, I ain't done shit with this body. You can have it.
Right. You can possess me, but you need to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day. You need to eat healthy. And then once you get my body back in shape, I'm going to take it back over and destroy it.
Your demon starts like doing all that levitating and convulsing shit. And then after a while, you start, demon's like, Jesus Christ, you're out of shape.
I need to go find a girl that runs track so I don't have to deal with this shit.
He's like, you know what? I'm done being the driver. The passenger can take back over.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so it's time for our latest and newest favorite segment. This is your segment, bro.
Well, I was waiting for this thing.
This is Zilla's Tubi pick of the week.
Yep. So I'll do the honorable mention first.
Hold on, let me get it up on.
Get it up there. Get it up.
Let me get it up on Netflix. So you want to do the second one?
Yeah.
Not the first one there that you've got listed. Okay.
Here is just quickly. Father Carlos has an Instagram page.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah. And he there was one of those Christian movies came out recently called Nefarious.
Yeah.
And it's like a priest is given there's like a guy in jail and he says he's possessed and all that.
Yeah.
So this is what Father Carlos Martin says on his Instagram. Says, #Nefarious movie comes to streaming Friday on iTunes, Amazon, Google, Vudu, and Dish. If you didn't get to see in theaters the film with the largest approval gap between woke critics and audience and Rotten Tomatoes, now is your chance.
What year is this head on?
I forgot to put down the.
There's like.
I feel like it's a recent one.
No, it's older one. It's like 6-7 years old.
That's recent.
Yeah, that's recent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like not like a year.
He wants to make sure you're not talking about the 1960s movie by the Monkees.
2005 or.
Sorry.
See, this is why I don't like the YouTube.
I understand. I'll do it better next time.
Yeah.
I apologize.
A letterbox link, Rob. A letterbox or IMDb.
That's my fault.
Yes,
I
exactly. So we can see all the info with the fucking movie.
Okay. Hey, I fucked up. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Endless amount of fuck ups.
Yeah, I know.
You can't even find the year real quick. What are you fucking doing over there?
It is 2015.
2015.
Yep.
Shut up.
Shut your mouth. You're not the fucking host.
X gonna give it to you.
Is this another puppet thing?
Yeah.
I knew which one to click on here when I saw the puppet.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I even had to guess. No reason to guess.
It's becoming too predictable already.
Right.
I had to do it. I was like, yeah, why not?
All right, dude, it's your show.
His pick for next week's going to be HR Puffin stuff.
I just want to make sure that you can read, so I'm going to let you read the synopsis.
That's how you can read. I don't want to read it.
Do you not have it up on your phone?
No, I'm getting shy. I'm getting nervous.
What are you getting nervous for? Do you not know how to read?
No, I don't know how to read.
You don't know how to read. You want me to read it?
Yeah. You sound
Okay.
better than me.
Rob, this is your segment. You got to shine, dude. This is your opportunity to grow. All right.
Here, Rob, just like put your arm in your sleeve and pretend you have a puppet on your arm and you could talk.
Yeah. You want me to take my sock off for you?
It's Mr. Socko.
520 somethings ago. All right, here we go. Head. Ain't nothing funny about dead puppets unless you're Robzilla. 520 somethings go for a weekend camping trip in a remote New England, only to discover that the land on which they're staying was the site of a brutal mass murder years ago. Oh man, should we watch the trailer for this real quick?
Yeah.
That actually looks.
It's bad.
That looks funny.
It's fun, yeah. It's only like 63 minutes or something, so.
I like the poster here, how they're all getting fed into the little meat grinder here. What did you give it? It's got an average ranking of 3.
It's just funny to me.
1.5 stars. He's recommending shit that's a 1.5 stars.
This is what it's supposed to be. This is Robzilla's Tubi pick right here.
I mean,
it's his segment. I can't complain. He's making material for the show.
And I can honestly say, and I can see from your letterbox too, that Robzilla is the only one we know to have watched this.
Yeah.
I take that with pride.
Now, Robzilla, here's the thing. Apparently, this director has another short film involving puppets too, and I'm sure you didn't watch it.
No.
Why didn't you? You needed to commit to the bit. It's right there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The Risley Brothers, Welcome to the Wooden Beaver. Come on, it's 25 minutes.
20 minutes.
All right. So, what's your next movie? Go ahead.
So this is the Tubi pick of the week. Is from 2010. I Saw the Devil.
Okay, and this is an Asian flick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
are you gonna read the synopsis off for this one?
Abandon all compassion. The caps lock.
Give us some. Let's stop right there. Give us some emotion in that.
Abandon all compassion.
More.
Scene. No,
more. Kick it up a notch. One more time.
Abandon all compassion.
I need you to read this like you're Brian Cox.
I can't do that because it's Brian Cox.
Like, abandon all compassion.
He says, I saw the devil. I love it. I fucking love it.
And all the sons of Troy will die.
Okay, I'm done fucking with you, dude. Read it.
Okay, so I'm going to butcher this name. So Kang Chul is a dangerous psychopath who kills for pleasure. Su Han, a top secret agent, decides to track down the murderer himself. He promises himself that he will do everything in his power to take vengeance against the killer, even if it means he must become a monster himself. Thank you.
Good job, dude. I'm so proud of you. This is a good moment for you to grow.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Get some practice in.
Yeah.
All right.
But
so
I gave this one a 4.
It's got an average ranking of 4, as you can see right there.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Really good, huh? I Saw the Devil. I've heard of people talking about this movie before.
It's really good.
Did you see anybody that might have inspired you to pick this?
No,
we don't have to shout out Alexis Chainsaw this week.
No. Unfortunately, I do apologize. I think I've seen, it was a long time ago, but I think it might have been like a trailer on YouTube or something for like a movie. For this movie, I was like, oh, I'll have to check that out. And it was on, I think, Amazon Prime at the time, maybe. I can't recall.
Okay. All right.
But
as a matter of fact,
it's on Tubi, that's for sure.
But it is on Tubi, yeah.
There is a Dread Central article from 23 hours ago titled Guillermo del Toro calls this depraved thriller the Fury Road of serial killers, and it's streaming now. So Mr. Del Toro and Dread Central beat you to the punch.
Yep, they did. Well, it's Del Toro. So.
Did they really, though? Because, I mean, he was ready to go with this shit like 2 weeks ago. He's got them in the chamber ready to fire for each episode.
Locked and loaded.
He's like, I've got to have my segment on.
That's part of my problem with the Tubi pick is this isn't obscure enough. This is on Amazon Prime. It's on Peacock. That's not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I understand, but
I
watched it on Tubi.
He is producing.
Head is a true Tubi movie.
Yeah.
That is true.
It feels like this one should have been the honorable mention, like, oh, and if you don't like Head, then you can get this one. But hey, you're killing it every week, dude.
Trying.
I'm digging it. This is a great segment for you to do.
The moment that you watch Project Wolf Hunting, you're like, that was a kick-ass.
Project Wolf Hunting was fucking good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was insane, but it was good.
It's wild. Yeah. Those Korean gore movies are wild.
Yeah, they really are.
Brutal.
All right. So season 2 of Night Agent. I finished that this week.
I liked it.
Yeah. I had heard like in one of our team meetings at work, people were like, I hated it. It wasn't as great. Half the show's in Iranian language. And I'm just like, have you never watched like a spy thriller? I mean, that's like half of any spy thriller movie or show. Listen, it's not as good as the first one. I felt like them having that girl in the second one again, the computer whiz.
Rose.
Yeah, like I felt like that was a little like, did she really need to be in that? Peter's supposed to be growing and he's a night agent now. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? And
I felt like,
it just took away from some of the, like her constantly crying about, things being ethical and not ethical.
Yeah.
It was just like, she was a really sour spot in the show.
They try to build have that connection with Peter and Rose to make him anchor that he's not like because if you're a night agent, you have to cut ties with everything.
Yeah.
And so they try to anchor him to have that.
And it's like he still wants to be with Rose, and it's like, well, you can't have them both, buddy.
Right. And I felt like she shouldn't even been the second season, like you mentioned. I felt like she was the first season that was great tied to how he ends up becoming an actual
maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, but she didn't need to be in the whole season like the way they put her in it.
Well,
and then it was like at one point they're like, we're gonna read you in so you can be a special consultant on this case. Like, who does that? Like, does the government really do that? Just let anybody work these cases?
No. I mean, I agree. It should be maybe 2 or 3 episodes because, kind of like spoiler, but she has like a software company that she works for with like.
That was sweet.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can see where she was in there. They use that technology and have her with a few episodes. But after that, it's just.
Where she searched all the facial recognition shit.
So I feel like that's a good point for her. But after that, I felt like she shouldn't have been in it. It just kind of slowed it down.
Yeah. That dude that plays, what is his name?
That plays Peter?
Yeah. Davey was telling me that he is a fighter in real life. And I'm like, if anybody knows anything about that, it's got to be Robzilla.
So I don't think he's a fighter. I think I don't think he really trains, but there's an interview with Boss Rudin. I guess he wanted to fight, and he's like, well, have you been trained to fight? He's like, no, I just been working out. So he got him into a fight. He ends up winning it. He just told him do a right cross and left punch or left liver kick, and the guy won. So he won.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's like a fighter.
He's a good actor though. I'm like, I kind of want to see him in other stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I mean, Night Agent was good. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first season. Like, I didn't feel as invested in Peter and Rose as I did, but
I thought that they wanted to make that main focal point for it. But
I like where they're going with the third season, though.
Yeah.
I really like it. Like, I hope they do less Rose.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
they will.
Once again, like, she gets caught up in the whole terrorism thing, and it's like she becomes a hostage at some point. Spoiler alert there. But it's like, really, like, what person is doing all this dumb shit it's this smart and is doing all this dumb shit and getting caught up in all this? At some point, you got to be like, I'm going back home.
Gabriel Basso is his name.
He's Peter Sutherland now.
Peter Sutherland. But well, I did like how they didn't make him like he actually got trained to be like a night agent. You know, because he had training, so he didn't get his ass kicked as bad.
No.
Where Rose had to save him every single time in like the first season. Like every
she
time
still did. She did her fair share of saving.
Yeah, she did. But yeah, I like him. And I like how they set it up for season 3 because, like, if they didn't set up something with it and wait, I was like, I wouldn't watch it.
This lady right here, Amanda Warren, she was such a bitch.
I know, right? I don't think you can cut it.
Yeah, and then like when he's on to something, she's like, "No, you can't go there. You can't solve this situation that we're investigating." It was like, "Come on, lady, just let the man cook."
Yeah,
man, who was the one chick? I recognized her that was his trainer. She's not showing up. The blonde chick,
Brittany Snow.
Yeah. She's so hot.
Yeah,
she's still hot. But no, I mean, it was. Listen, it's not anywhere near as great as the first season, but it was still entertaining.
If you like the espionage, spy, undercover shows, I mean,
and if you like to hear people conspire in, the Iranian language, then it's your type of show.
Yeah.
That seemed to be a lot of people's problem. I like to be on my phone. I don't want to, have to read the subtitles. Like,
honestly, I
oh
feel
my God, are we serious here?
Honestly, I feel like that should be done more.
Did you hear
that
about
put
the
down the phone
article where somebody from Netflix. They were like giving notes, and they said that when you're making a movie or a show for Netflix, you need to have the characters announcing what they're doing, so people scrolling on their phones, kind of listening to the movie, will know what's going on.
Yeah. I am now going into this party to steal documents.
Right.
I feel like, well,
I am now entering the office to take pictures of the files.
Well, that's the thing too, because I watch anime and I watch their subtitle, so I'm used to watching that, and paying focus, or even like those Korean movies.
See that he can read anime subtitles, but not a book.
No,
exactly. He can't read a synopsis or a book.
That's fucking right.
Jeez, dude, what are we gonna do with it? By the way, this is our check-in. How many pages have you read? Why? What are you doing?
I just want to see you get upset with me every week.
What is the problem? Like, can you not read a page a day?
I need to.
Just grab the book when you get off work and just take 10 minutes. Tomorrow.
Read on the clock, Rob. It's okay. Read on the clock.
Well, he can't do that because he's on the phone, but
there's points I'm like, I'd rather just fucking do that.
When you get off work at 4, let the dog out. Let the dog do its business. Then when the dog comes back inside, grab the book, sit down before you turn the fucking TV on, and just read a couple pages.
You could have taught the dog to read by now.
Yeah, exactly. You could have that dog completely trained. You should have read that book 3 times over by now.
I'm gonna walk out. The dog's reading the book. How many pages?
Rob, I'm telling you, when you start reading, your brain will be like, you'll be seeing numbers and shit like Alan. Yeah, you'll be solving shit, like Alan was in the one Hangover movie.
Yeah,
where he's going down the escalator.
And Rain Man. Yeah,
like you should do it. I'm telling you, it'll be good for you. I'm gonna keep harassing you on air every time we record.
Read a book. Read a fucking book.
Yeah.
Before I'm gonna have little X come after you. Are you stupid or something?
Shut your mouth. You're not the fucking president.
I'm sorry, not being political, but man, that shit's hilarious.
That kid is evil looking too.
Oh, he
like
is.
That one interview you sent us where he's like
laughing.
He does his evil laugh.
SpaceX is our way, so we can do whatever we want. It's like, and he knows, like he just knows, like, oh shit, he just told everybody.
He sounds like Brain from Peaky and the Brain.
Like
Same
I said, Elon and X both have like the face of a cartoon character you'd see on like an Adult Swim show.
Yeah, they really do.
Accurate.
Okay, so I went and saw Captain America: Brave New World.
You mean Captain America DEI World?
You can tell this is a universe where Trump is not the president.
You sure about that?
Yeah, let's see here. Brave New World 2025.
Well, you can tell that because there's no Orange Hulk.
Yeah. Somebody really should like put his face on that, because you don't. Spoiler here, you don't see the Red Hulk until the very end. Like it's the finale of the movie.
I think it's like what you see in the trailers, what you get, what people say. Basically.
Yeah,
I've heard he's got a very small on-screen time.
But listen, I'm going to give my thoughts about what people have been saying, and then what I think about the movie real quick. But people have been shitting on this movie a lot. I mean, a lot. I saw where Real for Reals gave it like maybe 1.5 stars, if that, maybe a half a star. And then I've been seeing like 2 to 2.5. And I get it. It's probably and realistically a 2.5 star movie. But I'm watching the movie, and the whole time I'm thinking like, this is a really kick-ass sequel to The Incredible Hulk. And then Anthony Mackie comes on screen in your view, and you're like, oh, that's right, this is another Captain America movie. But there's a lot of obviously Harrison Ford plays the general, which he's the president now. He gets elected.
Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross, and he is replacing William Hurt, who passed away a few years ago, 2022.
I really liked William Hurt.
He was really good. And the whole time I'm watching this movie, I mean, Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford. He's good in everything.
Yeah.
And I thought he did a good job, but I'm like, it's not William Hurt. Like, I'm just so attached to William Hurt playing this character. And I feel like that kind of takes away from the movie a little bit. And the writing is a little poor in parts of this movie. And there's some cheesy moments. And like missed moments on top of that. But you know, it's your typical Marvel movie when it comes to choreography, fight choreography. They do some pretty cool shit with him, and there's another Falcon.
Yeah.
That replaces him.
Yeah.
And you know, they're like up in the sky, mixing it up with F-18s, and
I've heard that's really good. I've heard that's like
it's
the
really
best
good.
one.
But and then like I say that, and then there's some parts where they're like on the they're on these fighters, or not fighters, but what do you call them? The big boats that they have. I'm at a loss.
Battleship.
Yeah, the battleships. They're on the battleships, the destroyers or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's just green screen behind them because it just looks really cheesy, you know, like something about it. But I mean, look, I had fun. I was entertained at the movies last night. And you know, the part where Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk was great. You know, it's a little, you know, like we got a guy without a super serum fighting the Hulk. I mean,
It's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But you know, there's some nice things they did. Like the one I'm at a loss for the character's name here. And of course they don't do that. He was the Black Captain America. He took the super serum the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
But he ran missions in Vietnam, and then the government locks him up. He was in one of the other movies with them. But they had him in it, and you know, most of the movie's motivation revolves around him. But that being said, it's very much a sequel.
Isaiah Bradley is the character's name.
Yes. But that being said, it's very much a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. And what was the one with Angelina Jolie? Because the Eternals. Yes, the Eternals. Because they go back to the movie is like there's and it's funny. It is a Captain America story, but it's kind of a sequel to The Incredible Hulk and the Eternals.
Yeah.
Because they call it the celestial body, the hand that comes out of the ocean or whatever.
They said that's where they wanted to go with.
Yeah, and then they kind of explain it, but it is very much a filler movie setting up the next arc of the Avengers.
Yeah. Because
in the movie they talk about, you know, the president asked Sam Wilson to kind of form the new Avengers and whatnot. But I mean, listen, is it the best Marvel movie? No. Is it the worst Marvel movie? Absolutely not. Anthony Mackie is Anthony Mackie in this. Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford in this. And Giancarlo Esposito, he was really good. And I know a lot of people are complaining, like there's an Israeli like Black Widow type character in this movie. And people are like so hung up on the political, they're bringing their own political views into the movie. Like it has nothing to do with today's climate. It's just a character.
It's a fucking movie.
Yeah. And I think people,
it's not a documentary.
People have a hard time separating their political views from these movies. And listen, I don't think that Disney or anybody's trying to portray Israel in some golden standard or anything like that. I think it was just a character that they went with. I mean, obviously we know Israel has military experts all over the world and shit like that. But I mean, listen, I had a fine time watching it. I was entertained, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah.
It was a decent Marvel movie. I mean, like I said, it's not the best and it's not the worst. It's just an average movie. And
well, Marvel movies are supposed to be watching the big screen.
Yeah.
You know? Like if you watched it at home, you probably would have gave it a 2.5. But that theater
definitely.
experience, it's a 3. It bumps
seeing the flight scenes in the theater was like a great experience. And that's where I'm going with this. Like, I think you should definitely go to the theater and watch it. Like, even if you walk out saying like, oh, it's just okay, you'll at least get something redeemable out of the action scenes that they do. And some of the, you know, bigger stunts that they perform are obviously, I don't know why I'm saying stunts, but some of the high action pace scenes. But yeah, I mean, it's a fine movie and I don't think it deserves the hate that it's getting. Obviously I gave it 3 stars. And the average ranking is 2.6, which is probably fair. Like it's just an average movie is what it is. It's an average movie with a big budget.
Yeah. Robzilla said no puppets, 0 stars.
Right.
So from like the people I follow on TikTok, the review wise is that that's the same thing. It's just okay, but they're real disappointed, and mostly because they said with all the reshoots, it kind of affects the movie. That the cutting.
I heard that there was whole scenes cut from this movie, like, and you can tell when you're watching it, like some of it's kind of chopped up and moving in different paces. But for the most part, like I said, I was entertained, and there was some cool like fight scenes with Anthony Mackie, and that's what you really see. Like, oh, this isn't your Steve Rogers Captain America. This guy has to be careful or he's going to get killed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked it, and I liked the I don't know, I didn't mind the new Falcon guy. I mean, it was cool that they had a little sidekick for him or whatever.
Well, take up the mantle, basically.
Yeah. Did we need him in the movie? Probably not. But I mean, he was there. And one thing that I did enjoy, and I think you'll appreciate this, is there wasn't a dick joke every 10 minutes. I mean,
that's a lot of people said that it's more of a serious role where it's not.
They really tried to go for that Winter Soldier kind of vibe.
That's what I've heard as well.
And like I liked it. So I mean, it just resonated with me. I liked that they didn't make a joke out. Like, it lived up to the seriousness of the situations. And
well, especially with where Captain America is, and that's it needs to be a serious.
And listen, it's a big deal for there to be like a black Captain America, and the pressures that he has in that role, and him, relating with the other character that had the super soldier serum, but they locked him away.
Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, and like there's just a lot of different tones that go through this movie, so to speak. But I thought Anthony Mackie did a good job for having his own movie, and like I really like the Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
Yeah,
and I would tell you, if you like that show, then you'll like this movie. You won't love it, obviously, but you'll like it.
Yeah,
and I think it's enough to make you go to the theater, and like you said, it's meant to be seen on the big screen.
It's Marvel,
and I don't think that if you wait to watch it at home, you won't get the same experience with this one.
Right.
And if you really don't care, then don't go see it. But if you want maybe an extra experience out of it, go see it on the big screen. Go see it in the super and the ultra and the IMAX screens, and get the best of the stereo and the giant visuals that you're going to see. But that's
here's some popular Letterboxd reviews.
Okay, let's go for it.
From Jake, 1.5 stars. Marvel is back. Forget the naysayers. This film has the old Marvel magic we haven't seen since 2023's The Marvels. I literally pissed and shitted my pants before, during, and after every single line of dialogue, because of good reasons.
And that's like what I was mentioning, the writing. Like, there is some really like cheesy lines in it, and you're like, really? Did they have to go there? Like, who talks like that?
This is a 2-star review from Cody. When Cap... It did have like a spoiler warning on it, but it's not very spoiler. When Cap earnestly says to Hulkiana Jones, "Remember this place? You used to come here with Betty," and it's literally a CGI parking lot. Baby, that's comedy.
That's what like. There's some bad looking
scenes.
Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't understand why they can't build sets anymore. Like, I know it's expensive and it's easier to just go like the digital route.
There was we talked about this, I think maybe during the last Spider-Man movie.
Hold on a second. Here's a review for you. Captain America and the Big Red Cock.
There's a scene in the last Spider-Man movie, I think, where somebody is talking to, who's the guy who doesn't like him? Flash something or other.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Flash Thompson leaves the party or whatever, and like goes to get a cab or something, and they're talking, whoever he's talking to, and it's clear that like they're not actually talking to each other because they're both in like 2 totally different CGI scenes. And it's like, wow, you couldn't even go to a real street with both actors to get that.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that's bothering me a lot in a lot of movies, especially big ones like the Marvels.
Yeah, I don't understand why they have to keep doing the digital lazy workarounds. Like, I mean, it's clear that
can't bother to get them in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, like it's clear that the audience is bothered by it, and you're obviously not. You're not increasing the value of the movie. You're devaluing the movie by a lot. But,
like, I don't know if that guy's comment was serious about a CGI parking lot, but like you couldn't go to a real parking lot,
Yeah. Well, it's not like I don't think it's like there's like they're at the White House and then they end up somewhere down the road,
Yeah.
and it's a park with the rose petals or whatever.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah, the cherry blossoms. But it's I don't know. It's a little weird, but like I said, it's not the worst Marvel movie. Like there's a couple more below this one.
Yeah.
It's towards the bottom, but it's not the worst.
See, this is a 1-star review from David Sims. Would love to know Red Hulk's plans for combating inflation. This is a 3.5 from Win the Pawn _ The most unrealistic part of this movie is that the president actually went to prison for his crimes.
Now then he turns to a massive creature.
And like they had a after credit scene, but it's really not an after credit scene.
Yeah.
It's like something they didn't want to cut in towards the end of the movie, so they're like, just make this an after credit scene.
Yeah.
It's nothing that like really like drops a bomb on you and makes you excited for the next Marvel movie. It's pretty much Anthony Mackie talking to the villain of the movie, and he's like, "There's bad things coming."
No,
And it's just like, no shit.
Yeah, I think he's like, how are you going to stop the others that are coming or something like that?
I mean, the worst part about this movie is
How
there's
would
no
you know, Rob? How would you know?
TikTok.
like all these characters are motivated in some shape or form by Bruce Banner, and there's no Bruce Banner in this movie.
That's what I've heard.
It's an Incredible Hulk sequel without the Incredible Hulk.
That's what I've heard.
And
people
like,
say.
I gotta have a complaint with Marvel here. Why are we fucking the Hulk over so much?
Yeah.
Like, is the Hulk not good enough to have his own movie now? I mean, he was when Edward Norton was there. So what's the problem? Why couldn't they throw the Hulk in here and have Captain America Brave New World, Captain America be a side character with him in this? It'd be a movie with both of them.
That'll make it like World Breaker Hulk or something like that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Planet Hulk. I mean,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of good Hulk storylines we can get.
Yeah.
And I realize they can't do a Hulk show because the way they do the Hulk is just too expensive for a Hulk show. But they could give us a solid standalone Hulk sequel, and I think people would be happy and they wouldn't ask for any more.
Well, just like you mentioned that they have so many different characters and plots with the Hulk. Just like what was it, She-Hulk? Like he's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my son. They were like,
Yeah, nobody knows the fuck about what's going on with that.
yeah, Sakar or whatever his name is, or his
And-
son's name.
It's like he abandoned Betty, and there's no like him and Betty are done.
Yeah.
And then he moved on to Black Widow, and Black Widow's dead now, so that's done.
Mhm.
So it's like, what is the Hulk doing? Obviously, he's hanging out on other planets, but
He's fathering children on his compound in Texas. Here's
trying to get to Mars.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the planet that the Hulk goes to? Is it just Planet Hulk, but you could just have Occupy Hulk?
Yeah,
Mm.
Here's the last one I'll rate 1.5 stars from Harry Argyle. This reminds me of the first time I had sex. Messy, lackluster. I cried a little. Harrison Ford was there, and no one knew what the hell they were doing.
That's gold.
It's funny. Like I was telling Papa Flynn, I was like, yeah, I gave him the spill about what I thought about it, and I was like, Harrison Ford's good as the president, and he was like, well, of course he's good as the president.
I mean, that's fair.
That movie is Air Force One is forever like one of the best action movies ever made.
The fact that I'm sure he didn't turn into the Red Hulk and say, "Get off my plane."
Yeah, yeah. But
That's the reason why I didn't get 5 stars.
yeah, like I said, I don't think it deserves the hate. Like it's obviously not a 1.5 star movie. I don't think that it's an average movie. And if you had fun, bump it up that extra star, whatever, half a star. And that's kind of where I went. Like
There's
wasn't
good qualities. in
Yeah,
it.
there's redeeming qualities about this movie, and then there's some not redeeming qualities about it. But I think it's, I obviously I think if you go to the theater, you'll have a better experience with it.
Look, all I can tell you is if these Marvel movies keep bombing, they're just going to keep raising your Disney Plus subscription prices.
Right.
So you better
Let's-
go see it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on here. Let's, I saw that tweet earlier, but we got to go to Box Office Mojo. Did it really bomb? Is the question.
Wolfman did.
Not being critically received and still making money still equates to success. So did it really bomb?
I feel like even if it bombs, they're still going to make their money back because it is Marvel.
As soon as it opens in China
Yeah.
or whatever, it's
Yeah.
going to crush.
Yeah.
Because that's where Marvel movies make a lot of their loot is overseas. All right, let's see here. Latest dailies. Okay, let's go Captain America Brave New World. All right. It opened to 88,500,000. And that's domestic. Well, domestically, it's done 100,000. Internationally, it's done 100 million. Sorry. Internationally, it's done 92 million. Worldwide, it's done 192,400,000. So, and there's the runtime for you, Rob. 1 hour and 58 minutes. So, it's I heard the budget, like I said earlier, the budget was 180 million.
Yeah.
So it's
gonna make its money back.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
They're right where they want to be. Now the question is, will it have a giant fall off next week?
Yeah.
So, but I don't, I think for the most part, like Rotten Tomatoes, let's see here. Let's see what often we judge everything by letterbox, but we forget Rotten Tomatoes has an audience score too. Okay. Let there be light. See movie details. All right.
And like you mentioned, since you said that it's more of a serious Marvel, so it makes me want to watch it now. At least.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it, and I think you'll probably have the same thought process I have with it. But look here, see the tomato meter from the critics is 50%. Then you go over to the audience score, it's 80%. And I think that's where we're at with this. I think more of like your regular audience people are enjoying it than. Okay. Obviously, like cinema bros are not having a good time with it because there's things that we notice more that the average moviegoer doesn't. So that's kind of where you have to be in when you judge like who's watching this movie and how what they're going to take away from it. Like they made a movie to just, obviously they wanted a black Captain America, and there's nothing wrong with that. Passing the torch, it is what it is. I thought he did a good job. He did a good job, and I'd like to see more of him on the big screen.
I think I've seen like reviews saying that they feel that Anthony Mackie is not more of a leading guy. He's more of a
he's a side character, but I thought he did all right in this.
Yeah,
I thought he did all right. So, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. He's really not a leading character, and that's where this movie would have really benefited by having Bruce Banner in it. So, and what's his face that plays Bruce? What's his name?
Mark Ruffalo.
I was
thinking about Edward Norton, but I'm like, that's the original one.
I totally forgot about him being in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the doctor, I think?
Yeah, he was the one doctor that was like getting high and drinking while wiping his mind.
Yeah.
And I forgot that Kirsten Dunst was in it too. That's like one of my favorite movies.
It's funny when you go back and watch a certain movie, like, oh, I didn't know that in that movie.
Yeah, I watched that on Valentine's Day. I think that's going to be like my Valentine's Day movie from now on.
So I was looking at the cast for Captain America. So I see that Seth Rollins was in this.
Was he? I didn't even notice him. Didn't notice him.
Yeah, I was wondering.
He's showing you feeling like, Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
You ever seen that guy?
I know who Seth Rollins is.
Well, I mean, he's on the cast list as I was showing. So.
Here, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, he's like, here's Seth Rollins' IMDb picture. Do you not know who Seth Rollins is? Because here's Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins? Yeah.
Yeah, I know the wrestler Seth Rollins.
I do like the actor Tim Blake Nelson who plays Samuel Stearns. He's like the main villain, I think.
Yeah. He was good.
Well, I've heard too is that
even though I will say it was kind of like a you'll be proud of me, PBS. I did not laugh when they showed him on screen. But it was almost eerily similar to Green Lantern when they show him. Okay, let's see here. Seth freaking Rollins, Captain America. Let's see if we can find a picture of him. See what he looks like. I wondered, did they cut this guy from the movie?
Or maybe he was just like in like a little like scene that you don't really pay attention to.
Here we go. Oh, maybe he was like, yeah, you didn't know who he was.
Oh, get out of here.
I saw this picture and I'm like, what is this? I don't remember this guy being in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was like asleep with my eyes open.
Was he like henchman number 2?
Probably, man. Like, what is it? Well, what's it say on IMDb? Hold on, let's go here. Captain America. Brave New World. That's what they needed. They needed a nice little song like that, 80s song. He did have some sweet flying gear because like right from the get-go, when they show him like flying the first time, they're like, oh, that's a nice upgrade you got from Wakanda. And he's like cutting through F-18s with it. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, you know? Let's see here. I don't see. Yeah, I'm not going to look anymore. I'm done. I'm just, Seth Rollins isn't deserving of my energy right now. But yeah, go see it in the theaters. But that is all we have for you for episode 203 of the Sleazy Podcast. So if you could, make sure you like the YouTube videos and subscribe. Share the show. That's the call to action, man. Share the show every week. We just want you to share it, let people know you're listening or watching. You know, and just hip a friend or a family member to it, and we'll get another listener from there. But is there anything else that you guys would like to add before we close out here?
Like and share the show.
Okay. Wise words from Robzilla there.
I don't know about all that, but
Shut the hell up. You're not my producer. Go away.
You're a loser. Why are you here?
When you're not here, Mr. BBS and I can do whatever we want.
Why don't you go back on the couch and lay down, you fat fuck?
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Remember, keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.